Hi guys, I'm David. So today we're going to be fishing cranberry bogs for a very peculiar fish. We're going to be going for black banded sunfish. So these black banded sunfish are about 2-3 inches long. A year ago I poked around in a couple of fish books that I have, and I found that they actually are native up here, and I never heard about them, never seen them before. So again, last year I started looking for them down in Connecticut, Rhode Island, parts of Massachusetts. Haven't found them. So from what I've read, they live in these swamps. They live in vernal pools, and the way they live is they swim between the two during rainstorms. They swim in little tiny streams that are like half an inch deep. It's crazy. I saw some videos on YouTube of them doing that, and the problem up here is I can't really find a place with a good amount of vernal pools to support fish like that, and I've tried them and absolutely nothing. No bites, no nothing. So I'm trying this because these cranberry bogs seem very protected. They have a constant water supply. There's not a ton of predators here that you can see, and there's obviously no one's fishing for them. And there's a lot of insects and that type of thing. With the cranberries rotting, I imagine there's tons of bugs to support these little fish. So we're going to give it a try today. I'm just using a micro fishing setup. It's a little Pflueger President rod. It's a 4.5 foot setup. Ultralight rod, and then a Pflueger President fishing reel that's set up with 2-pound test, and I'm using a size 14 hook with, we're just using Berkley Gulp night crawlers, little tiny chunks. So let me show you quick the type of stuff they live in. So it's actually pretty interesting. Hold on. So this is the type of stuff they live in. So it is muck. It is gross. It's low oxygen. Even right now in April, there's already algae growing. There's little duckweeds on top, and those completely mat the top of the water. So this is where they live. Plenty of bugs in there. Really shallow. Tons of weeds in there for them to hide out in. So I'm hoping, because these cranberry bogs make this type of environment, I'm hoping that these fish somehow got in here in the past, maybe before the cranberry bog was even made, and they just found a way to live in here. So, alright guys, so I'm going to try behind me first and see what's in the supply pond. So I imagine just by looking at it, it's a bluegill, bass type of spot. So, alrighty guys, let's get to it. So this is an intake. The pump house, I believe, is right here. Tell me if I'm wrong. So to feed these cranberry bogs water, they suck in water through here. You got that little strainer at the end, up through, in, and then onto the other side to the cranberry bogs. I believe are like maybe 50 feet away. So all right, we're going to try fishing in here. It's not very deep. It's maybe a foot right here. And we are using tiny strips. These Gulp night crawlers, they smell like vinegar. I don't know if they actually work or not, but I'm going to try. Then we're going to move on to the actual inside the bogs themselves. So, alrighty, let's give it a whirl. Alright, first cast with the Berkley Gulp. There's already a bite on there. Ooh, what was that? Something's attacking my bobber. I wonder if the hook's too big that I'm using. Oh, got something. Let's see what it is. Looks like a little hybrid between a bluegill and pumpkin seed. It has some weird coloring on it. See that? And it's spiked. This little guy like that. A little different coloring. His that tab on his ear is a little short for a bluegill. I think it's a mix. There's stuff in here. It's good. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, got something. That's definitely a bluegill right here. Beautiful fish. Beautiful, beautiful. Cranberry bog. Alright, you're going to try this little spot in the bog over here. People are looking at me funny fishing over here. I gotta catch one of these banded sunfish on a rod. Alright, something's biting it right now. I just got 2 big bites in here. Look, watch, Thomas, look. Got one. What is that? Oh, it's a golden shiner. Look at the size of this thing.
I haven't caught one.
Look at that. That's so cool. That's
Can I hold it?
Yeah.
I've never caught one before.
Yeah, don't go. A very nice golden shiner. Look at that. That's crazy. Alright, so we're still fishing at the Cranberry Bog right over here. This is one of the deeper points in here. So, like I said, we're looking for these banded sunfish. Apparently they're really hard to find and they're not really common up here. So we're trying to see what we can catch. So I'm just using a little bit of Berkley Gulp. So we'll see what happens. So I'm using a little Fenwick outfit. It's a 4.5 foot ultralight 2-pound test little Fluger President reel. So we'll see. Oh, there's a bite. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if he comes in. Alrighty, just got a little tap on there. I can't see what it is because the piece of bait actually fell into the weeds. Oh. Thomas! I think Thomas, one's biting this. Something's down there. Oh, there it goes. Something's moving. Alright, I'm not sure, totally sure how I'm gonna... Alright, let's see if I get him. Oh, I got him. Thomas, I got one. That's a banded sunfish. Look at that. Banded sunfish. Beautiful little thing. That's crazy. Alright, so we found him. We found him, Thomas. Hold on, let me take him off the hook so you can see him.
Actually?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Hold on.
Ooh.
I don't know if you... This is crazy. Look at the size of the mouth on this little thing. Hold on. It's actually pretty large. Huh. This finnage is beautiful, actually. It's really cool. Mouth is pretty big, so there he is right there. Hopefully you can make him out. Alright, let me grab a picture of this thing. So these fish right here, they traverse between vernal pools. So they swim up in little streams and whatever, that type of thing. So they can actually swim through like a ½ inch of water and make it place to place. So they're really an amazing fish. I'm gonna see what else is in here. Yeah, very good. Let me snap a pic of them. Alrighty guys, so once I got home, I jumped on the internet and compared the pictures that I got to what I could find on the internet about these fish. So this is my banded sunfish. So this is a large male, so usually they get up to 3 inches max. So this is on the larger side, and I wonder how old this actually is. It's in its spawning colors right now, that dark color with the red fins. And in the next picture I snapped, I actually was able to get a better lighting and angle on it where you can see the bands on the eye and several down the back. So I've been looking for this thing for about a year now. I started down in Connecticut. I fished Haddam and worked my way up because I saw on the Connecticut.gov site that they were down there. There wasn't a lot of them documented, but they were there. Didn't catch anything. And then a couple weeks ago, I looked on the mass.gov website, and out of all the ponds they had listed, they only had 2 ponds in Plymouth. And I looked in those 2 ponds. I fished there. I didn't get a bite. No sunfish, absolutely nothing. It was dead. And I had this light bulb go off a couple weeks ago. For some reason, I was looking at a map, looking at Google Maps, of course, and I was looking for more fishing spots for other stuff. And then I kept seeing these cranberry bogs, and I had this light bulb go off, and I was like, I wonder if there's banded sunfish in there, because it's sort of swamp-like in that it's still water. It's warm, I'd imagine, in the summer. There's not a lot of competition for them because these fish do not mix well with other types of sunfish, bass. They're really easy to catch. And from what I've seen on YouTube and stuff, they're quick swimmers, but they're not flying around like the bluegills and that type of thing. So this cranberry bog, I liked it when I saw it on Google Maps because it has a supply pond, which is 70 feet across the walkway on the other side, and it's called Sunken Forest. So that pond or marsh, whatever you want to call it, supplies water to this cranberry bog, and it also drains back. And at some point I imagined that this whole thing was a swamp, and because these sunfish are native here, I just thought they'd be there, and I decided to fish there today as a last resort, and I found them. They were in like a foot of water. The water's very still. There's already algae starting to grow on the bottom, which means it's depleting oxygen. I'm amazed that these fish can live in a place like that. I can only imagine what it looks like in the summer. You have cranberries rotting on the bottom. I imagine those attract bugs, which feeds these fish. So, and I caught them on a little chunk of gulp nightcrawler, a little tiny sliver. It was like 5 millimeters long and maybe 2 millimeters wide. I hooked him on the bottom of the chin. I think he was just coming over to take a peek at it, and by luck, I caught him, and I'm glad I did. The bottom in this area where I was fishing was muck. Like I'd watch my little piece of bait fall down, and I thought it would stop. It looked like it was on the bottom, and it just sort of kept falling through it. I don't know. I'm grateful to have caught this fish. And then again, in this second picture that I had, you can see the bands on it. So there's no doubt in my mind it is a banded sunfish. But thank you guys so much for watching this and following along with me. And I know you didn't watch the whole year-long trip and adventures of me looking for this thing, but you caught the end of it. Both my son and I were looking for it, and I'm glad that he was there today with me to see that, and he was pumped too. So I plan on doing some more of these micro fishing trips. Micro fishing is still newish to me. I've only been doing it for like a year on and off. So still learning it, still learning the tackle, and just I'm trying to use my imagination of where to go. So this cranberry bog thing I thought was super cool. I've never seen anybody do it, and I've never seen anybody fish for these banded sunfish. So thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe.